Thompson Spiley Foundation. We're now on the 4th day. It's a Cadence World and Pain Cave day. As you can see, we're riding from all the way from Delmas all the way to Heilbronn. It's all on tar road. It's 180 kilometers. Fairly flat riding. We've got a tailwind today by the looks of it, and looking forward to this riding. And many thanks to Vermont Sales, who supply us, who distribute GAV, Torque and Energizer and many other products. A very big thanks to their contribution and their donation of beautiful tops. The virtual riders, our captain today is Eric Kleinhans, a mountain bike legend, and Eric, thank you for being the virtual captain. Enjoy the recordings of today. We've got, as I say, nice tailwinds. Enjoy riding. Don't forget to log your time to stand in chance to win the prize to Sabon Lodge, and just enjoy, people. It's lovely out here. It's a beautiful day, and we wish you a happy ride.
Let's go, guys.
Cheers, Wes.
See you later.
Cheers, Izzy.
See you guys.
Cheers.
Keep safe, eh? See you in Cape Town, Henry.
See you in Cape Town, Wesley.
Well, I'm very pleased to have Eric Kleinhans join us. He is our Day 4 captain from Delmas to Heilbronn. Eric, wonderful to see you. Don't you want to start at the beginning, where you were born, what school you went to, and perhaps just give us a rundown of some of the sports that caught your eye at an early age?
I was born in George in the Southern Cape, and was in Outeniqua Primary School, where I obviously played every possible sport. Cycling obviously attracted me a lot, and there wasn't really like an official sport cycling, but we played around in the mountains often. But then I was playing tennis, rugby, cricket, like all Afrikaans boys would do. And then eventually went to Oakdale to agricultural school in Riversdale. And there obviously rugby was king, and I played rugby until I actually, I didn't grow like the other boys. So cycling was more suited to me, and I slowly rode my bike. I really enjoyed being out in nature rather than on like a field. But yeah, I did miss the team sports a little bit. But that's kind of how it grew, until a friend said, "Hey, let's go and do the Argus Cycle Tour," and I think that was the first real start of the journey.
In terms of the progression of your love curve of cycling, you mentioned the Argus,
okay, yeah.
And having come from a mountain biking kind of background, what's the natural process from there?
I think I think the journey really started in, like I said, in Stellenbosch. It was there were so many people riding their bikes. The University of Stellenbosch had a very active cycling club back then. I think they still have a very good cycling club. And I think that was where I really got integrated into it. And the guys went to obviously races together. So it was a very, very sociable atmosphere as well. And during that same time, we had quite a few strong riders. One of them standing out is probably Dan Craven, who was a close friend of Donna Craven's. And he was also a very keen cyclist, and he rode professional for many years as well in Europe. So there was a very strong field of people in Stellenbosch riding their bikes. So I think we kind of fed off each other, and that's kind of how it grew. Obviously, in the beginning, I rode a lot of road riding, and only later on did I really start focusing on mountain biking. And yeah, I think I was in love with events like the Cape Epic, Cape Pioneer, all those bigger stage races was always a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it.
It certainly sounds as though you've been around the block a few times in cycling circles. Are there any races that you haven't done that are still on your bucket list?
To be honest, I don't think anything really on my bucket list. But there is some really cool events now, like I know the Swiss Epic that is actually happening at the moment, which is like a 5 or 6 day mountain bike stage race. Something I've never done would be quite interesting. I've never been to, let's say, South America, and they have also one or two nice stage races, which I won't do as a competitive rider anymore, but as a just to experience the country. And obviously, I think riding your bike through a country is a very good way to learn about it.
I read up as well that you've done a lot of training with Christoph Sauser. I mean, one of the legends of cycling. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so Christoph, I mean, he always came to Stellenbosch for training. I mean, he lived here for basically 3, 4, 5 months of the year. He's got an apartment close to our little cafe here in Stellenbosch as well. So I even stayed in his apartment after he moved out for a while. I rented it from him because it's right in the middle of town, very convenient. But yeah, he was obviously around, and you know, as if you only ride your bike, actually have a bit of time today. And yeah, so we kind of just connected on a cycling level as well as on a personal level, and we became very good friends. And for 5 or 6 years, we were basically training partners. I was in Switzerland a lot back then as well, so mostly in the summer I was in Switzerland racing my bike in Europe, and then we would also train together and obviously do a lot of traveling together to races and things like that. So yeah, I mean, I learned a lot from him. Obviously, to have a mentor like that, he also coached me for that time. It was very valuable. And I think he also enjoyed to have somebody that, you know, like, can train with him. So there was always somebody waiting for him, and I think that was also a big motivation for him, that there was somebody. So the combination, the work ethic and everything was really good between the two of us.
You know, looking back over your career, what would you say are some of the highlights? You know, I always find it interesting. You know, what was it, a race that you won, or was it, you know, maybe an instance where you had to dig extra deep, or there was a particular duel with someone? I mean, what for you really stands out?
Now that I don't race competitively anymore, if I look back at everything, I must say the best thing was the lifestyle at the end of the day. So if I look at everything in combination, I would say the fact that you can travel the world, ride your bike, I think that's the one that I would say will always stand out, that I could do that for 15 years, professionally, and especially a sport like mountain biking, where you also travel a lot, where you have different races all over South Africa and obviously in Europe quite a lot. But yeah, then I mean the Cape Epic was always the biggest one for us. So that was, I mean, the one year when Christoph Sauser and Jaroslav Kulawi won, and we supported them, and in three occasions in the race, you know, they could have lost the race, and myself and Nico Bell actually assisted them. I mean, that was afterwards he also said we would never have won the race if it wasn't for their support team, which was us. So yeah, things like that I think was very valuable. And then I mean, I rode with Alban Lakata for a few years for Topic Ergon, and for the Canyon team. And I mean, Alban won the world champs also that year while I was basically racing with him, or in the same team. I mean, that was an incredible atmosphere. Just the festivities around it was brilliant. So yeah, I think more like things like that stood out in the career, where maybe not myself, but let's say other guys really achieved greatness, and I was involved with it, was, I think, even more special than my own victories.
It's very interesting that you say that, because I think a lot of people would say, well, you know, being part of the support team, you know, I wasn't the star of the show, but I mean, you clearly are.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I never had the capabilities to, let's say, win world championships. You know, I wasn't on that level to really, or go to the Olympics or something like that. So maybe at one stage that was very big goals, you know, to let's say win a world champs. But at the end of the day, it was not really my capabilities. So let's say maybe close. I had a great career, and there was races in South Africa that I won. I mean, I can talk to you about Wines to Wales. I mean, the 3 times that I won Wines to Wales was fantastic. Bergen Bush, one of my favorite races. You know, I can also talk about my victories there in the Cape Epic in the mixed category, was also very obviously special to win those events. And I mean, that's all great, but it's not how can I say, it's always great to see somebody win a world championships. That's the effort that goes into it. Yeah, and I mean, I can imagine that's the same feeling we maybe feel when the Springboks win the Rugby World Cup. You know, you feel like you're part of it, even though you're actually not really part of it.
What have been some of the lessons that you've learned along the way? Perhaps a big disappointment that you had that you actually look back on now and thought, actually, I'm glad that happened because I learned this.
I think what sport definitely teaches you in general, or maybe cycling, is the ability to work hard. I mean, you don't. I think now in everyday life, you realize whatever you do, you know, you've actually suffered. You suffered more while you were training. So I think that is a valuable lesson. I think I'm sure you get it in all sports, but in cycling that I've learned. Specific lessons. I mean, I can't recall something specific now that really stood out for me. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you make judgment errors in a race, and then you kind of have to teach yourself not to do that again. And I mean, that's the school fees you pay at a young age. I mean, if you do it late in your career, maybe you didn't learn enough when you were young. But I think now for my life now as somebody that has to do a bit of business and those type of things, for sure, I think hard work is the biggest thing that I've learned through cycling, is that you can actually put your head down and graft. Yeah, so we're in the back end of the coffee shop, which is my office.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's quite a nice lifestyle. We've got bicycles in here for the Canyon bicycles. That is my business now. And then obviously Luke is our barista and he makes coffee. It's quite a nice lifestyle spot here in Stellenbosch. So it's awesome.
I forgot what question I asked.
Again?
About managing a team.
Oh yes, yeah. So I did have when my early days after my studies, I was racing, let's say, pro amateur for the GT Mr. Price team, but I also worked for the company that sponsored the team, which that was then when I was working for them, they also asked me to manage the team. So also when I was very young, I managed their cycling team. And then I owned a cycling team in South Africa for a year. And then towards the end of my career with Canyon as a racer, they also asked me to manage their team for them. And I must say that was a very good, easy transition from pro cycling to let's say away from it. So I had a lot of time to ride, and I still traveled to all the races with the team. It was fantastic. Obviously, it was a German or international team. And I mean, I would say managing a team like that is something that I would gladly do again one day in my life. But then Canyon asked me to run the South African market for them. So then there was also a natural transition from team management to maybe something a little bit more business and corporate orientated. So that's what I'm doing now. But definitely team management is something that I really enjoyed, and maybe one day I'll do it again.
Okay. You find it quite motivating, obviously not being a professional rider anymore. Just the thought of staying fit and healthy. And I mean, I'm sure there are people out there that are like, hey, that's Kleinhans, let's show him. Do you find it difficult to go and train, or what keeps you going?
I think a lot more now than when I actually was a racer, because there's not that added stress to do your intervals, to do the hard work. Now, I mean, if the weather's bad, I just don't have to go riding. So to be honest, I think I'm actually enjoying my riding a lot more now. So we've got a group of friends here in Stellenbosch, and we often ride together. In the winter, maybe a little bit less, and then I stay a little bit further away from Stellenbosch now. I have some friends that I commute to Stellenbosch, or I ride back. So I must say I really enjoy the cycling at the moment a lot. And for sure, I'm a firm believer in good health. So I think if you have to keep yourself healthy, especially now, I think it's even more important help with everything that goes in the world. Yeah, I don't see myself not riding my bike or trying to be healthy.
In terms of other things that you do you have time for all of this to actually have a few hobbies or other interests?
Yeah, I think so. Like, obviously, we've got a little coffee shop here in Stellenbosch, and I really enjoy that as well. You know, even though it's a business, I enjoy teaching myself how to let's say make coffee. My partner in the business, Johan, he's the South African record holder for the 1,500 meters and former Olympian Johan Cronje. So I've slowly started running a little bit more, you know, so moving away from cycling. We also run quite a lot. So yeah, I wouldn't say my hobbies are further away from that, but yeah, I spend a bit more time on my feet in the mountains. Obviously, really enjoy what we're doing here in Stellenbosch as well. But yeah, I would say cycling, if I don't have that much time, let's say for outdoor sports, so cycling will still be my number one way to blow off some steam and get out.
Obviously, the reason behind this whole cycle tour is education. What are your thoughts on the importance of education in furthering the country?
I think that's probably the biggest thing that the country missed the last, let's say, 20 or 30 years is to improve the education. So, I mean, I'm not saying you have to have a university degree or anything like that. I mean, I think if you just learn a skill, it's sometimes enough to, you know, to make your life better. I mean, we taught a few youngsters in our shop how to be a barista, a coffee barista, and I mean, just something small like that, empower him to actually go and look for a job. You know, you all of a sudden have a skill. So yeah, for sure, going to school and you know, learning everything, even just kind of prepares you for the future. So yeah, 100%. I think that is definitely the one spot where we can still you know, where we can take this country further.
Well, I mean, obviously, just thinking now about the whole, you know, lockdown and COVID and that sort of thing. I mean, you being a business owner, how did that affect you?
Very tough. Definitely in the beginning. I mean, at one stage we all thought it was only going to be a few weeks or a few months, and then it blows over. And I mean, now if I think about it, it's almost a year and a half. Stellenbosch didn't have tourists for a year and a half, so that definitely had a big impact on our business here. Students were missing for most of that time, so the town was actually very quiet. So yeah, definitely it was. Luckily, we didn't have to let go of any staff, so we still have the same amount of people working for us. So yeah, I think it was tough for everybody in South Africa that owns a business. Most businesses, I would say, but yeah, we're lucky that we could still continue. Yeah, so yeah.
And Eric, do you have a?
Obviously.
Oh, sorry, I lost you there.
Because I just wanted to say, obviously, the cycling industry it's a very strange place at the moment. Because last year everybody started cycling, you know, it was brilliant to see that people from every shape and size buy bicycles and getting out there. I hope they're all right. But this year it's very difficult to get bicycles at the moment. So it's also very like on the other end where there was always bikes to sell. Now we don't have any bicycles available to actually sell to the, well, nothing, but very limited. So it's a very interesting, obviously, thing going on at the moment.
Absolutely. And Eric, just finally, do you have a message for our
Yes.
anniversary recipients, Kyra and Melody?
Yeah, and then to Melody and Kyra, all the best with your future. Of course, knowledge is always king, and I'm sure if you empower yourself and you make yourself smarter and more educated in a certain direction, there's only great things lying ahead for you.
Ag Eric, thank you so much for your time. You know, this is one of the more interesting interviews that I've done. You're making this for a cappuccino now.
Sorry, I just missed you again there.
What's the name of your coffee shop?
Oh, so it used to be Canyon Cafe, obviously for the bikes that we sell, and now we actually call it Bicycle Garage. But yeah, the coffee brand that we sell is Mood Coffee Co. So that is my Johan and myself, our little business.
Nice.
So obviously coffee always puts you in a good mood, or it should always put you in a good mood. So that's our little coffee brand.
Oh, that's wonderful. I am a big coffee drinker, so it's right up my alley. I'll visit you guys when I'm in Stellenbosch.
Yeah, I'll send you some coffee if you would like.
Oh, shame. Eric, thank you so much. It was lovely chatting.
To where I've been lately. Yeah, her love can make a person hazy. Praying she won't break me down, 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 down. She makes me crazy. Never promise anything, but maybe I let her do anything, let her play me. She makes me go another round. A person hazy, praying she won't break me down. Yeah, what are you doing to me now? You found a way to me somehow. Now you're all I ever dream about. Since I saw you, there's no easy way out. Hear me calling out to you. It's all that I can do. Baby, I am falling. Hear me calling out to you. There's all that I can do. time, don't you worry. You would always call me at the wrong time, so you can know what I was up to. Oh, don't you get that it's just stupid? Hey, just hear me out. It's been a while since we were good, so why we dragging out when we've been doing everything we could? I don't wanna feel so lonely tonight. I can hurt you like you hurt me too. Me too. We're letting go, rip it apart. We're letting go, rip it apart. I can hurt you like you hurt me too. Me too. We're letting go, rip it apart. We're letting go, rip it apart. We're letting go, rip it apart. I can hurt you like you hurt me too. Me too. We're letting go, rip it apart. We're letting go, rip it apart. I can hurt you like you hurt me too. Me too. We're letting go, rip it apart. We're letting go, rip it apart. I can hurt you like you hurt me too. Me too. We're letting go, rip it apart. We're letting go, rip it apart. We're letting go, rip it apart. I can hurt you like you hurt me too. Me too. We're letting go. what you missed out on all your life. I got a wild heart, so take a ride. I'll be your Bonnie. If you're my Clyde, I'm about to show you what you missed out on all this time. Seekers in the fast lane, I'll pass them by on my own way. I got dreams as big as mountains. Yeah, I'm heading out there to chase it.
You made my day, you made my day, you made my day, oh, day. You made my day, you made my day, you made my day, oh, day. Princess of mine, what have I done to deserve your royal time? Just made my day, you made my day, you made my day, day. You made my day, you made my day, you made my day, You made my day. You made my day. You made my day. Oh, day. Oh.